Hello and welcome to the behind the scenes for Signal.
We really only got into gear 8 weeks out from the end of the competition, so writing a script wasn't really what kind of story could we come up with. It was, okay, what have we got around us? What do we have access to, the resources? So now we've got all that, what kind of story can we make to go around those locations and resources that we've got?
We knew we had a cool satellite, we knew we had a forest, and we knew we had this cool ladder and cable room. So we thought, what kind of story could we get with these elements? And sci-fi was just a natural choice.
Having a look at the script, there were some real elements there that I was quite interested by and I thought were going to be an interesting challenge.
When it came to storyboarding, I was able to use the Vive to build all of our sets in 3 dimensions and then plot out all of our actors and our blocking. From there, I was able to get our DOP to start setting lights and start putting cameras and camera motivation into our scenes.
The previs is probably the coolest form of storyboarding I've ever seen. When I first saw it, I thought it blew my mind. It was unreal. We made the entire film before we even shot a frame.
If you look at the previs compared to the movie itself, a lot of the scenes are almost shot-for-shot remakes of what we did in virtual reality.
We ended up going with our Rode equipment. We used the Rode News Shooter primarily because being able to be wireless allowed us a bit more freedom without having to be tethered to external mixers or boom poles.
We had a whole pile of Rode gear before we started the shoot. It's just great gear. It works really well.
And then little things like the InvisiLab. A lot of the sounds we had recorded on the day with the kits we were using, which was fantastic.
Probably the best thing we bought for this production were 2 smoke machines. When the agent comes and looks through the car window, without having the smoke machine to fill the car with a bit of atmosphere, you can't see that beam of light. Without it, it's a pretty boring shot. But with it, that beam of light is so cool.
Editing was a big process for this film. I think we went through about 6 rough edits before we locked down the final edit and moved on to color grading. If you have a scene, no matter how much you like, if it's not pulling its weight for the rest of the film, then you have to take it out. And we ended up doing that with a couple of scenes in the movie. And I think it was a tough decision, but one that really paid off in the long run. Right, I think we're... Oh, and I know someone out there is gonna ask, the paperclip was tied on with some string.